Good morning. I'm back in the woodlands I was at last week, just to try and capture those last bits of autumn colour. And I've had to change of plan because I was going to walk past all this beauty into the far end of the wood, which I've not been to before, to explore that. But I can't. I can't walk past all this beauty. I just can't. It's just all golden at the moment. And as soon as I walk in, I can just see a shot straight away. So I'm going to talk you through that shot of what I'm seeing, and then we're going to take it. Okay, once again, we've got this lovely pathway here of all these golden leaves, which is absolutely beautiful. We've got this pine tree there on this side. We've got the beech tree here. We've got these branches arching over, covered with all these autumn coloured leaves. Again, it's beautiful. But as you go through, you can see that tree there with like a triangle of green leaves and yellow leaves. So the picture just leads you straight in and straight into that area there, going underneath this archway. It's lovely. We'll take that. This time of year, this wood is just absolutely beautiful. So I've got that pegged in at, I'm going to do f11. Just going to focus that in, and then we'll take the shot. This wood in spring and autumn is absolutely fantastic. Summertime, it just goes wild. Yep, I'll put this up on the screen for you now. So let's go and see what else we can find. But it is absolutely gorgeous today. We're going to go this way.
Someday we'll fall like autumn leaves. I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve. And if I fall for you, will you fall for me? Why don't we fall like autumn leaves? Maybe I'm being too naive, but if I fall for you, do you promise to fall for me? When you're growing tired of the city haze.
Now take a look at this. We've got this tree here with the branches coming over, again with all the lovely colours. The colours are still so beautiful in this woodland. I've got all these coloured leaves on the ground again, adding texture and colour, and that's going to make an absolutely lovely photograph. It would have been quite nice to have a bit of sun coming from the back and just backlighting those leaves, but we can't have everything, can we? So let's take this shot, and then we can move on to the next. Again, I'm on f11. I'm right next to the road, so please excuse the noise. But we got this tree here on the composition. I've got the trunk on the left hand side of the image. I've got those branches that are arching over again, just touching the top of the frame, and then that fallen tree at the base with these leaves adding that texture and that colour at the foreground, and it's beautiful. So let's just do that. I'm going to do this at f11, just so I can try and get that sharpness front to back again. Just focus that in. I'm on a 2-second timer because I've lost my shutter release cable. It's lying around somewhere. Where? I don't know. I don't know. I had two. I bought two because I lost one. I bought another one. I've lost them both. That is really nice. I like it anyway. I'm going to put it up. Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay. Now look what I found. There are three types of pictures I like. There's one composition where it's well balanced, well ordered, and it's just a lovely image. The second one is I embrace chaos in the woodland. I love branches going all over the place and just that madness of the woodlands, because that's what woodlands is very often. But the third picture I really love is what I call like a documentation, a bit of a story of the woodland, and that's what we have here. A bit of a story of the woodland. If I don't trip over, you can see this tree here. It's just, I don't know whether it's rotted away or been hit by lightning or something. It's just fallen over. And it's only the surrounding trees around it that's keeping it from hitting the ground. But it's still attached to its main trunk. And I love these images, so I'm just compelled, I feel compelled to take this image because it is just documenting part of the woodlands. And I think it's important, but it's also sad that I've probably walked past this tree 100 times and haven't even really noticed it. It's only now, in its last hours, last days, last months, that I notice it. So I want to go back, take this, and then you can see what you think. So I'm just going to set this up. Actually, that's not going to work there because I need to get some separation from that tree there to that tree there and that main trunk. That is working beautifully. That's what you want. You sometimes just want a little bit of separation from the trees, so there's not trees hiding behind trees as such, or the trees that you want in your composition. So I always try and be a bit mindful of where we're placing the image. I'll put it on the screen now for you.
Hide away from winter days. I see the sunlight casting shadows after midnight. I'm far away where the grass is green. I thought the air would be clean. I thought the heights.
Just as I was walking up there, this little, all I can say is family of trees caught my eye. And I think it'd be really, really nice to try and capture those family of trees. When I say family of trees, there's quite a few trees there, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's a little sapling that's coming off to the side. If I can try and isolate those with their little sprinklings of colour on the leaves, I think that'd be quite a nice image. Be a lovely woodland image. So I'm just going to just quickly get this composition set up, get it level. There you go, beautiful. And I'm going to be really bold. I'm going to go for 5.6 on the aperture. Reason being, 5.6 is going to keep the main subject sharp, but it's going to soften out the background a little bit and just help to isolate the actual main subject itself. And do you know what, for a quick setup, that's not bad. That's all right. I'm going to put it on the screen now for you.
Oh baby, baby, why you acting this way? I just remember all our days up the interstate when we were driving down the 408, and you would smile just like the sun that you emulate. Now you mitigate my love, mitigate my love, oh mitigate my love, mitigate my love, mitigate my love, mitigate my love, oh mitigate my love, mitigate my love. When we were younger, we would talk so late and hear the morning that one day that love will stay. When you were smiling on the faraway, I never thought one day you'd ask me.
Now I've been drawn to around this area here. We've got this beautiful tree here, which by itself is probably just a little bit boring. I have taken a picture of it just in case. When I get back in process and I think, oh yeah, it's fantastic. But to the right of that, we've got 3 trees in a row. Now they work superbly. If I get to a certain angle, I can separate each one. But there is another tree there that's in the way, a younger tree, and it's just ruining the composition. So I think I'm spending too much time on this area that's just not going to work. I suppose I could actually just take a partial picture of that branch there, the leaves on the ground, and there's a branch that's fallen onto the ground, and that might be quite nice. So we'll walk around that a bit, see if we can make anything out of that, and the only way we're going to find out is to actually do it, isn't it? Actually, I think that might work. That might be okay. I've just quickly got the composition together in camera, but I think I'm a little bit too close. So I'm coming down to, well, say, if you're interested, about 85 mils. So I've got this tree here now. I've cancelled out the 3 trees on that side, but there are little trees on this side which balances out nicely. It's a natural backdrop without all the light pouring in. Let's just level that up and try and take that before the breeze. But we've got all the leaves on the ground, which is beautiful. So we'll take that. It's got to be time for coffee next, I think. I've been here about 5 days and I've not had a coffee. Well, not really 5 days, a couple of hours at least. I've not had a coffee. I'm going to let you be the judge on this one. Just leave a message in the comments. Looking at it on here, I've got to say, I quite like it. I like all those leaves on there. It's got lots of yellow and green leaves on there. And on the picture, I mean, the leaves on the ground is like confetti on the ground. And it's really quite nice. But I'll be interested to hear what you have to say. I'll put it up now for you. And then it's coffee.
Don't break my heart with truth. We can defy, don't you see how it's good? Don't break my heart with truth. True is unkind, and I'm telling you.
Well, we're actually getting to the edge of the woodland that I know. So we're now going to be going into unknown territory. Isn't that exciting? The only thing is, I don't know how much longer we got because the battery on the Pocket 3 is starting to run out and I don't have another one for that. But you know, it could be unfinished business. It could mean another visit to this woodland. Well, it's still got some colour, because this woodland is absolutely amazing this time of year. It really is. Autumn and spring and the bluebells is fabulous. Summer, I hardly ever come in here because it's just overgrown. But those 2 seasons on their own are worth it. They're worth it. Anyway, I'm going to have this and then we'll plod on a bit further into unknown territory and we'll see what we're going to see. Okay, we could find some gems, you never know. I think you can probably see that the sun's starting to come through now. Quite a lot. So we'll push on for a little while and just see how we can do. But it's starting to get a bit harsh, I think. But you never know, it might be all right. When I mentioned earlier about pictures I like to take, number 3 was pictures that I like to document the woodland with, and pictures that tell a story. And those numbers were not in any particular order. But this is a typical example of what I was saying about a picture that tells a story of the woodland. This tree has had life, it stood there 100 years, 200 years, look at the size of it, it's huge. And now it's come to its full cycle of life. And it's a shame, but it's just the nature of nature, isn't it? That's the way things are. So I'm going to take this image, I'm going to take this probably, I'm guessing already, but I'm going to take it at f11 because I'm going to take it from that angle over there. So it's going to be at an angle to this. So that's going to be in the foreground, that's going to be in the background, so it's going to create depth into the image. It could be a good one. So this is the angle I'm going to be taking it at. You can see as an angle it's going to create depth. I've got the root system down here, and then I've got the leaves just touching up there on the end of the frame. So we're going to actually focus that in. We're going to take that, and that should give us plenty of depth into the picture. Can you see that? Can you see? Can you see? No? No? Too small? Too small? Well, I'll put it on screen for you to see now. I quite like it. Well, I think another joyful jaunt in the woodland has come to an end. Purely because of the battery. I'm going to stay around and probably take a few more images, so you might see more at the end. But I've really enjoyed it. It's been really, really great. I'm a little bit disappointed because I didn't get into the part of the woodland that I really wanted to. I'm in part of it now. But there's always another day. I shall come back next week and we shall explore that where there's still a bit of colour left in the woodlands. As you see, there's still quite a bit, so it's quite nice. So look, thanks for watching. I hope you're terribly well, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.
I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve, and if I fall